And here's a shot of the International Space Station with the Space Shuttle Endeavour docked. And having seen it from the outside, we're now going to spin on down to the middeck and slide back from the inside. I don't know if you remember what the middeck looked like earlier in the day, if we got any video of it, but we had stuff everywhere, and Jim really did a nice job transferring and stowing and keeping track of things. In fact, there he is, finishing up. You can see the large storage bags that we had where the airlock used to be. CJ coming back with some of his stuff. Got a few items stowed back in the tunnel adapter, kind of a tight fit there, squeezing through. You can see the O2 hoses with the magic masts at the other end deployed just in case we need them. Back into the airlock in a 90-degree turn and up into the International Space Station. Here we are going through PMA-2. Jerry and Nancy finishing up, keeping track of what we've accomplished for the day so we could read that all down to you. Through Unity and up PMA-1 into Zarya. You can see all the ducting that Sergey and Jerry and I deployed today. And then a long run down Zarya to the other end. Little duck here. And that's what it looks like going back the other way. Houston, Endeavour, OCA.
Go ahead for OCA and be advised we're on board the FGB.
Copy, you're on FGB. And for OCA, I see that at GMT 1739 they did a retransmission up of the OCA OSTs. Unfortunately, it looks like it didn't necessarily fix everything. The mail, for example, that I sent you is still in the outbox here. But you seem to have received it, so I'm not quite sure what's up.
Roger.
Houston Station. We just had a FGB sync fail message. It's synced up now. When we called up Spec 204, we saw high output volts and amps from the RECUs. And the Spec 210 message that we got, we saw no anomalies on the spec except for the caution down arrow, but we have no insight without PCS. Just want to confirm there's no problem.
Roger, we're taking a look. We see the FGB sync fail message.
We are trying to extend this dot, and it's the best configuration we could reach. If you just touch this dot, it try to collapse.
Station Houston for Sergey. We see that that's under negative pressure, and we'll ask the right folks. Have an answer shortly. Space Station, Houston. Sergey, we see that plastic cover. That looks like that's probably it, huh?
Yeah, this looks like a problem. So I'm taking this plastic off. Москва, похоже, мы нашли проблему и, в общем, разрешили ее. Вы картинку принимали?
Okay, this is air duct 2. We have it velcroed in place to the handles and the wall here. It's very light. And then you can see the double bungee over the hard part. This is the part that goes between the ICC and the PA, and then it comes down to the fan. So essentially, you take this part here in one piece, just undo it, and bring that end that I'm looking about at there through the hatch here. And attach it to the ball socket where Sergey has his hand with a screw and two small nuts. So that's a one-step operation. Houston Endeavour, FGB PA ICC hatch firmly seated, feels good.
We have good video.
Roger.
And the crew closing the first hatch in Zarya. This is an internal hatch to Zarya between the pressurized adapter and Zarya's main compartment or instrument module. The hatch closed now. The crew, first astronauts aboard the International Space Station spent a total of 28 hours and 32 minutes aboard the station modules as Commander Bob Cabana here closes the hatch for a final time. That hatch closing coming at 6:26 p.m. Central Time, as Endeavour again flew just to the north of New Zealand at an altitude of 245 statute miles above the Pacific Ocean.
Okay, you can slow down forward. That looks good there. I need to go orbiter starboard and down in the bay. Okay, enough starboard for now. More down in the bay. Okay, let's stop there. Okay, big hooks to the ends of 113 and 100, right, CJ?
That's the fixed hooks, you bet, Jerry.
Okay, occurring to Wayne Wood Lake. The bottom of the refrigerator attaches there.
Got it. Wayne will be happy. And if you guys could call the hooks as you do them, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, I got the 113 end. Sunrise coming. Okay, we're just a little bit port bob as we go by here. That's good, you can go forward now. I'm hungry. What's in the refrigerator? Nothing edible.
Okay, Jim, keep your motion coming either way or move around somehow, carefully.
Good job, Jim. That really looks good.
Yeah, good job, Wayne. And
I compliment to all the guys that put a lot of effort into that bag, but it looks great.
Jerry,
Yeah.
can you get a closeout photo right here?
Yes, I will.
Thanks.
Jim, look back at us, please.
Bunch of the rest of them here. Mostly aft. Okay, now up some.
Be okay if I pull it this way. Do you have Delta so they can watch?
Yeah, we're going to get Delta up there, Jim. It is really tight. I wouldn't pull much harder on that far left one there.
That's my point. Is if we go any that way, then 6-6. What is that one? It's the right angle.
Okay, Bob, towards my head about another foot or so. Coming. Okay, Bob, I can go towards my feet now. Let's see, Jim, where are you going to want the caps from?
Let's see, what's the best way to get to you?
Probably around the aft side to the port.
Good. That's how I'm coming.
Okay. Okay, Bob, let's stop here. You want your caps now?
Denver Houston, at this range, you're safe, so you have a go to cross under.
Okay. You want a couple more taps on this side first?
Sure, that'd be fine.
Here it goes. It goes off really slow. It's well over the tail.
Oh, that's great news.
Well over the tail. There it goes. You can see it in the sun. You blinked, didn't you, Jerry?
I saw it go.
Did you good?
Good job, Jerry.
All right.
All it took was for all of us to look away for a second. Well done.
That's what worked for Jim the other day.
That thing was clear by 10 feet.
Good.
Okay, Jerry, we're ready to press on to FGB handrail install.
All right.
Well, now can't we get rid of this boat hook
Yeah,
first?
first thing is the boat hook.
Let's just wait.
Ooh, look at the snow down below. Mountains. Wow. Must be Russia going towards China again. Think?
That time, VCA.
Yeah. That's probably good enough.
Okay, yeah, he's going to try to bring you over just a little more, Jerry.
All right. A little bit further away from the structure now, Bob.
Okay. Out of the bay. I gotta tell my daughter these gloves are really great. Did a great job on them, as well as all the ILC folks. Thanks.
Next ground pass, a little under an hour from now, maybe 50 minutes.
Roger that, and the boss was just looking at daylight concerns, and I think by the time we go to the airlock and get the boat hook, after we finished up here and looked at those umbilicals, we'll be in, everything should sync up about the right time.
I'll let you clear, Jim, before I press on. Thank you.
I think the fact that we did this detail in this flight is very significant. I think it was very important to do it. We'll have to look at the data we've learned from this, but the hardware did work. Within the confines of the payload bay, it was quite easy to fly pretty precisely with respect to a target, and at the end I flew up to the handrail and just kind of went back and forth and up and down a little bit with it, and then stopped dead in my tracks, and it all worked pretty easily. I did use larger inputs than what I had practiced because of the time constraints that we had. That helped to contribute to using gas faster than normal. I found the handles both for the ISO valve and for the deploy handle to be easily within reach. A little bit more pull force than what I expected on the deploy handle, but it was okay. The technique that we used by doing the double tethering and having Jim anchored with a BRT up on the airlock and playing out safety tether, I thought worked very, very well. I don't think the tether had any inputs into the motions that we saw, and gives you a very easy and controlled and safe way of doing the testing. Some of the attitude maneuvers. Felt very responsive in roll and yaw, not quite as much in pitch as you might expect because of the moments of inertia.
Houston Endeavor, physical separation, executing SEP burn.
Endeavor Houston, copy. Endeavor Houston, just for your information, we have Simo TV looking down from Zarya and from yourselves looking up here in the darkness.
Houston handheld laser 46C1.
Copy.
Should have a picture again in Charlie, Houston, now that the sun's cooperating.
Seems like everything's cooperating. We have a great view. Thank you.
And Houston, I'm going to narrate this part. I'd like to start off by saying that the deploy was a real team effort. As you see the door coming open, just let you know that Jerry Ross was backing me up on all the procedures. And we had the CDR and Nancy and Sergey all working cameras, and Pluto helping out with some of the timing. There's, you can see the doors fully open. This is camera A, and we'll then switch over to D. There it goes. There's camera C. We saw a nice clean deploy with just a little bit of oscillations and nutation, and we'll zoom in here in a minute and you'll be able to see that more closely. Well, we're getting ready for landing now, so Rick and I need to be in shape, well fluid loaded and exercising. We got some room on the mid-deck to do that. Here's Nancy sending email. It's a real morale boost to be able to send letters back and forth to the folks on the ground. She thought I was taking a still picture, so she took her glasses off, and then she saw I had the camcorder going. So she said, well, heck, I might as well be able to read, so she put them back on. Yeah, Rick's working out here too. He's getting his exercise in. The EDA guys have been using the ergometer not just for pedaling while he gets harassed by Sergey and Jim here, but it's also good for arm exercises. Here's Jerry all cleaned up after a hard day of work. All of us wish we could take our families along. That's not possible, but then again, it is possible. Houston Endeavor, we have a successful deploy of MightySat on time. Our congratulations to the MightySat team at Kirtland Air Force Base, the Phillips Lab, and Goddard Space Flight Center, and the United States Air Force.
Endeavor Houston, we copy. Thank you very much. We saw a really neat deploy down here.
Again, MightySat's an Air Force science satellite that studies the use of composite materials for spacecraft construction. Also, a new type of solar cell that uses the sun's heat rather than its light to generate electricity. Also has studies of materials processing equipment for satellites on board, handling device specifically that could process semiconductor materials in orbit.
What's that?
Why is this happy face?
What's that? It's happy face.
WCS deact is complete.
Roger, the galley is deactivated?
Yes, sir. Will be soon.
FHP.
They're
home now.
Everything's stable.
On engaging well.
Bet.
Talkback open.
Yeah, I see 4 of them hard open. The talkbacks are open.
ISO 6 GPC talkback open.
6 are in GPC. The talkbacks are all open.
Cross feeds 4 to GPC talkback closed.
Hey, they're in GPC and the talkbacks are closed.
What a late show. What a late show out the alley.
Is it really?
Take your
Do you have a mirror?
Yeah, I do. Let me get that.
Oh, that is awesome.
Spectacular.
How's everybody doing?
I'm doing great.
Just great.
We're fine down here.
Flashlight at the tape on.
That's what I'm looking for. Can you see it? A minute and a half. Okay.
Okay, there's the 6 board. I see 6 feet per second. There's 8 feet per second. 5 board, it'd be 120 knots at the 5 board. Okay, I see 8 feet per second. Looking good. You will have 90 knots, 80 knots at the 4 board. 8 feet.
Altitude 5,000 feet. $3,000 feet. Gears down and locked. Touchdown for Endeavour. One flawless mission completed and a new era in space exploration just begun. Nose gear touchdown.
Endeavor, wheel stopped.
Endeavor, welcome home. Bob, that was a beautiful landing. And Bob, CJ, Jerry, Nancy, Jim, and Sergey, thanks a lot for an awesome job starting our space station adventure. We have no post-landing deltas.
Roger, no deltas. It's great to be home after such an exciting mission, Scott. And our congratulations to all the folks that worked so hard to make it happen. I'm so proud of everybody in this crew. Y'all done an outstanding job.
Wolf from Midday.
All right, post-landing deltas. Let's not goof it up now. Speed brake is already closed. Okay. Nose wheel steering's coming off. Okay. Okay, my flight controller power is coming off. Yours is still on. Okay, it's coming off.
Copy item 1 plus 02 for rain drain. Okay, Nance, are you with me on com?
I'm with you.
No, I don't need it, thanks.
Because I always have trouble figuring out what's going on that display. So here we go. I'm going to open up these 5 seconds each.
Okay. Hot MPS TVC ISOs.
Here they come. $40, 2,000, pre-flare next.
In the flare, arm the gear.
Okay, armed, I have a light. 1,308. 800, 600, 500, 400.
Gear.
Gear's coming.
On the ball bar.
Ball bar. Gears down. 5255, 4245, 3230, 2220, 10210. Nice. 185, derotate. See, 2, 2, 2. Backing up long.
Hit. Speed brakes are full open.
Okay, there's the 6 board. I see 6 feet per second. There's 8 feet per second. 5 board, it'd be 120 knots at the 5 board. Okay, I see 8 feet per second. Looking good. You will have 90 knots, 80 knots at the 4 bore. 8 feet per second. 40, ease off.
Houston Endeavor, wheel stop.
Endeavor Houston, you have a go to doff your suits. An advisory, it's 48 degrees outside.
Must be getting close to Christmas.
You bet.
And now we have the STS-88 flight crew members disembarking the crew transfer vehicle, being welcomed by Bill Reedy and Dom McMonigal. we have former NASA astronauts also making history. Several years ago, we have Gene Cernan, the gentleman with the white hair, Jim Lovell with the glasses, shaking hands with the STS-88 crew.
I'm just so proud of this crew and what they accomplished, and the team on the ground and everybody. And we are just so happy to have gotten the International Space Station off to such a super start. Exploring in space is our destiny. It's a dream I had when I first came to NASA to build an International Space Station where everybody could work together for the benefit of all. And it took us a while, but dreams come true, and we're experiencing it now. This was definitely a dream flight for all of us, and I just can't tell you how happy and how proud and excited we are to have been a part of this program. We are going to build a space station. It is going to be the biggest, brightest new star on the horizon, and it's going to do great things for everybody. We got it started, and now it's up to everybody else to keep it going. Don't give up the dream. Keep exploring, and let's do this thing and get it done, because it's the right thing to do. Thank you.
All right, thumbs up, everybody. From left to right, we have Jerry Ross, mission specialist and spacewalker on this flight. Mission specialist Nancy Curry. Pilot Rick Sturkow. Bob Cabana, commander. Jim Newman, mission specialist, and Russian cosmonaut Sergei Krikalev to the far right.